What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake and Ethan coming to you today on a Saturday morning, a beautiful Saturday morning, and we're going to have some fun, Ethan. No, we're not talking about your specialty in injuries. We're going to talk about some people's teams. I figured it'd be a great day for people to show us their teams, Ethan, to show us their teams today because it's going to be a little bit fun. We're going to do a little roster review, some roasting, be some good fun.
Yeah, show us your teams.
Yeah. That's not creepy at all, is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, people love this type of stuff. We always, get comments or, tweets on Twitter or whatever you want to say. Hey, how's my team look? So, perfect opportunity. I put a tweet out earlier in the day for people to drop some images of their teams, and this is what we came up with. So, we're going to start breaking them down, Ethan, and we'll just, be upfront. Going to roast some of you. It's nothing personal. It's all fun and games in fantasy football. It's a little bit of trash talking, which is it's always fun to do, right? We're gonna stay respectful though.
Are we?
I mean, it just depends how bad your team is. If your team really sucks, we'll probably say it sucks.
Yeah, probably. I'm pretty honest, so I like to tell people I just tell it how it is.
Well, perfect.
You don't have to agree, but you're probably wrong if you don't.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that was slightly conceited. All right, first team up, Ethan. First team up. We're going to AJ and Allie on Twitter, and this is Valhalla's Vikings. Now, the name seems kind of high school-ish to me. I mean, maybe it has some meaning. I get it. Not a super fun and exciting name, but what do you think of Valhalla's Vikings?
I mean, this is a pretty textbook name. Not crazy creative, but I do like the double V's. I dig that, but for the most part, I'm going to give it probably a B as far as a
solid name, right? And it's nothing sexy. It's like the Mark Ingram of names. It's just a solid name.
It's not. It's going to get you by for sure, and nobody's really going to judge it except for us.
Now, the team overall as a whole, not too bad. I love Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders right there having to start T.Y. Hilton. That kind of worries me a little bit, but I love me some Bobby Jones.
Don't worry. They got A.J. Green coming off the bench.
See, that's a problem because A.J. Green, is he ever healthy? I mean, I see Boston Scott's name. I mean, obviously the second that Miles Sanders got hurt, this guy was like, dude, I got to grab me some Boston Scott. And I don't know if it means anything or not, but I also see Joe Burrow's name, and you got Matt Ryan. Why you got Joe Burrow? I mean, we don't need two quarterbacks. Just take one. Just one. Leave Burrow on the waiver wire. What do we need him for?
Yeah, this is a pretty young team. You see Joe Burrow on there. I actually like Joe Burrow for redraft if you're waiting on quarterback.
Yes.
But I'm not a huge fan of drafting him as a second QB in a one QB league. I'm just not, that's just not really my style. I'll be honest. I do feel like there are a few names on here that I'm kind of surprised to see given the benches. Ito Smith makes an appearance. Didn't even realize that he was still on an NFL team.
I mean, he's just like an Ito bit of a problem. I mean, he's not that big of a problem.
I mean, that's probably your first drop. But Jalen Richard on here, I don't love personally, I don't love handcuffing running backs. And I really don't love
personal thing,
handcuffing starters in redraft because you're never going to use those guys. You might as well grab a different guy's handcuff because then maybe you end up with 3 or 4 running backs that you like. I do think they probably had to reach a little bit. They did manage to snag arguably the best kicker in fantasy right now. Not that kickers matter, but if they did. Harrison Butker for the Chiefs, that's pretty solid. And as a Steelers fan, I can appreciate a good Steelers defense. Hopefully they don't reach for those two. But it is good to see that they are stacked at the very, very, very unimportant position.
I mean, for this team right here, I'm looking at the starting lineup. I'm going to give the starting lineup a solid B to B plus on the starting lineup. For the bench, I mean, we're barely hitting a passing grade down here. I'm a little bit worried about the bench. I'm worried about the depth because if anything happens in the starting lineup, you're going to be in some trouble.
What's up? They got the backups for the whole starting lineup. So it's
almost, yeah. I guess they just draft every handcuff, whatever. I mean, just sitting there just in case. So yeah, outside of depth, what are you going to do on bye weeks if they've got nothing but handcuffs and people on the bench? I don't know. It's going to be a little bit interesting. Starting lineup though, Not bad. Solid. Well,
Agreed.
like I said, overall, not too bad. So now we're going to move on to Trevor Slocum. Trevor just said F send in a screenshot. I'll just send you my handwriting. And maybe he didn't think we'd show it on the internet, but nope, here we go, showing it on the internet. He said, excuse the handwriting, the sloppy writing.
Could you though really?
I think he wrote it with his left foot. Like
Do you guys get the newspaper on Sunday and like mark the stats too? Is this like a retro league? Because if that's the case, don't let us hurt your vibe here. Because if you want to go full retro and get the Sunday paper and check the stats, one, that's going to be really tough because the Thursday night games and Monday night games are not going to be included usually in that Sunday paper. So you're going to end up with 3 papers. Do papers even exist anymore where you live? These are all the questions that we have. But the fact that you wrote all of the names down on paper really does crack me up. But, and I think we should give him credit for this, Jake. He did only send us 1 photo, which makes our lives a lot easier.
Yeah, the 1 photo is great. Everybody's sending them. I get why you're sending 2 photos, but the 1 photo is amazing. Yeah, he gets a bonus point just for that.
I actually want handwritten. I think all of them should be handwritten. Now that
maybe we'll do this again and request only handwritten teams.
If they want us to review it, as awesome as this is, they should put some effort in and handwrite them.
And maybe we'll choose a winner of something for like the best handwritten lineup. I think we'll have something.
So I'm just going to go through this, and I'm going to read these the way that I read them with his handwriting to see if we know who these players are.
Okay.
So we got Patrick Mahomes. That's an easy one. Or Mahomes. That A could be a U. We got D. Divin Cock or Cook. Nick Chubb looks good. I can read that perfectly. Tyreek Hill, perfectly fine. We got Cotland Sutton. We've got Julian. I don't even think that's a D.
It looks like a 2.
E2 Elman. Beautiful. Noah Fant. Le Viol Bell. I like that.
But he got the apostrophe in there, though.
You put the apostrophe in there, which is
that's great.
You know, your D's don't look very good. Your D's look like 2s, but at least you put the apostrophe in Le'Veon Bell. You got the Bills D1. You got Ruddle. I can't even read this. You got RU66 IE Ghoul 2.
I'm dying.
We got Jonathan Taylor. That looks good. That one's easy. I do like that he put DeAndre Swift right under Taylor so that it says Taylor Swift. I love that. That's a good touch.
That was totally planned.
That was planned. He also spelled DeAndre correctly, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
We got Devin Singletary. Yep, that looks good. John Brown, easy one, good. E looks like he might have corrected that a little bit. Manuel Sanders, good. Hunter Renfrow with a capital F for emphasis. Excellent. And Josh Allen, which is looking pretty good.
He progressively got better as he went.
He really did. This is pretty impressive stuff.
Okay.
The team itself is actually really good. We're making fun of his writing, which is, again, why I think you should all have to write them in because that made it way more fun for us.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I want to know why the hell do you have
good.
Mahomes and Josh Allen, though?
What did you say?
Why do you have Mahomes and Josh Allen?
You don't need Josh Allen if you got Pat Mahomes. Let's just put it bluntly. You know when you're starting Josh Allen when you got Pat Mahomes? If potentially Josh Allen has a decent matchup on the 1 week that Pat Mahomes is off, you might start Josh Allen or you might stream the next best guy. I don't know. It's up to you.
My biggest concern here is it's an 8-team league, he says, and Noah Fant is his tight end. And then at wide receiver with Cortland Sutton or Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton.
And Julian Edelman. I think where he took Josh Allen in this draft, he probably could have took a better wide receiver in there for a little bit more added depth.
Yeah, and he honestly, because he starts 3 wide receivers and a flex, you can only start 3 running backs, but you can start 4 wide receivers. So
Mhm.
I would have liked to see a little bit more depth there at wide receiver too, but his running backs are stacked. But it's an 8-team league. So
They're
I
supposed to
like
be.
that he went out and grabbed Mahomes because that's going to give him competitive edge there. But I'm a little worried about Noah Fant at tight end. I agree. Running backs are great. Wide receivers are going to get you by week to week. That upside, that Patty Mahomes, Tyreek Hill stack is going to give you, it's going to win you a couple weeks.
Mhm.
So overall, not too bad. Handwriting atrocious.
Moving on. We spent a lot of time on that one, but it was well worth it. Let's see here. We got Icepuff Podcast. He says, "Please have mercy on my soul."
No.
No. This is a 16-team dynasty double flex PPR. And
Nerd.
the first thing that
So,
I see is you're starting Sony Michel and Tyler Eifert. Oh dear God. Like, I'm worried. Like, what's going on?
when I wake up from a nightmare, this is what I'm dreaming about.
And
Starting
you're
Sony
starting
Michel.
Randall Cobb.
Is this a joke?
This
This
can't be
has
a
to be a joke.
This is not a joke. What
It's
about
gonna
his
be a
bench? Let's
joke.
look at his bench. He's got all right, he ain't got crap on his bench either. He's got Tyler Johnson, okay, not this year. Peoples Jones, Quez Watkins, Hunter Bryant, James Prochet. I mean, a ton of youth, but youth that is years away. And then you got Jordan Reed, Equinemius St. Brown, Gus Edwards, and James Washington. None of those guys are startable anytime soon.
I mean, I'm going to say this. Given that this is a 16-team dynasty, I'm sure that the player pool is smaller than usual. He has Jonathan Taylor, so you have to assume that he probably lost. This is clearly a rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
As a rebuild, I see some pieces I really like to rebuild around. Pat Mahomes, Chris Godwin, love it. Jonathan Taylor, love it. Deshaun Watson, love it. I don't know why you have 2 elite quarterbacks when you can't start them both. That is a little tricky to me. I'd probably be looking to flip Watson for like a king's ransom if it was me, or at least upgrading a few other positions with some picks if you're rebuilding. Some of these guys, you're really just hoping that they hit. They probably won't, though.
I mean, like I said, it's a youthful team. It's got potential, but it doesn't got a whole lot of wins in 2020, I don't think.
Hold on to your 2021 pick. It'll be worth gold.
Yeah, you're going to have a good pick then. Next up, Michael. I'm not going to pronounce this name right at all. I can tell you that right now. Michael Skurzik.
Shrek?
Michael Shrek. Michael Shrek.
Shrek?
I mean, that could actually be it.
That's it.
That's what we're
Just
going
a fancy way to say Shrek.
Yeah,
it's small.
He's got himself the Wandsbecker Cowboys. What the hell is a Wandsbecker? Is it a city?
That's Becker, correct? You said Wandsbecker.
It could be Wandspecker for all I know. I don't even know. But it says Wandsbecker.
This sounds like your high school mascot. We're from the middle of Texas, and we play for the Wandsbecker Cowboys. And I'm not digging it. I'll be honest.
I'm not digging it either.
I'm not digging. That's a D name, if not an F.
Yeah, we got to change that
the name up first.
I mean,
nobody's taking you seriously. Like, oh, we got to play against the Wandsbecker Cowboys. Yeah, nobody's just scared of that week to week.
Yeah,
they're going, playing the Wandsbecker Cowboys. Freaking chalk that up for a win. I might not even set up my lineup.
Yeah, they haven't even had to look at the lineup yet. I mean, they got a pretty decent. I mean, he's landed Alvin Kamara and Nick Chubb, which I absolutely like. Juju and DJ Chark. Okay, I don't hate it. Hayden Hurst at his tight end. I don't hate that either, Matthew. Overall, it's a pretty solid team. The team is way better than the team name. That's for sure.
Yeah, the team looks good, really. A lot of guys that I really like. DJ Chark's on there. I don't hate Hayden Hurst. I'm not sure how I feel about Dan Bailey as your kicker, but that's fine. Viking defense doesn't really matter. we don't get a do we have his bench? We have the rest of his bench. So
All we have on the bench is we got it here: Drew Lock, Carlos Hyde, Paris Campbell, Will Fuller, Mecole Hardman, and Deshaun Jackson. I mean,
a lot of
Campbell,
upside
Fuller,
there.
I like the wide receivers on the bench.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
just going to say this right now: the Wandsbecker Cowboys are hitting you with a lot of speed because Paris Campbell's a burner, Will Fuller's a burner, Mecole Hardman's a burner, Deshaun Jackson's a burner. 3 of the 4 get hurt every year. Week 1, good luck keeping up with this crew.
Yeah.
By week 3, you might be short 4 bench spots.
They're all hurt.
Man.
I mean, if it were me, I wouldn't even keep Deshaun Jackson.
Is this a best ball league? Because it looks like a best ball league.
I have no idea. Does it say it's a best ball league?
I'm going to say it right now.
Nope.
I wouldn't be surprised if this squad puts up 400 points week 1. And
here's what's interesting about this. The tweet says it's a PPR 14-team league.
Okay.
A 14-team league, and you still ended up with Chubb and Kamara? Do they know what they're doing? Like, how did that happen?
And Stafford. I guess it's one quarterback, but still,
how did you
have
land Kamara
and Chubb
and Fournette?
Juju, Chark. No, because he has Fournette too. So he had to have taken Fournette in the 3rd.
Yeah.
There's no way you're getting Fournette in the 3rd in a 14-team league. You're you know what? The team name is an F, but I'm going to give the team a solid A-.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty impressed with this squad.
I agree. I like this squad overall. Just need to change the name there, Michael Shrek.
You got to play with that Shrek last name. That's freaking beautiful.
Dude, Chubby Shrek, whatever you want to call it,
You got all sorts of opportunities.
Shrek my Chubb, whatever you want to. You just work it in there somehow. You can come up with something. All right, let's see. Who is next?
Do we have any Patreon members that have given us?
Wait a second. I found another handwritten one.
Oh.
They get precedence.
Oh.
So this one is going to be strictly fantasy. It's a 10-team standard league. And I'm glad that the angle of the picture is where it's at, because we are dangerously close to seeing some toes in this picture. So I'm glad that we didn't see that. But he actually has the pick numbers next to his, and his handwriting it's pretty good. It's legible.
There's no numbers in there in the actual names.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. You got Patrick Mahomes and CEH and Miles Sanders, who I don't hate. I don't love that you took Miles Sanders in the 1st round. I am not on board with that. But you got Miles Sanders in the 2nd, so to each his own.
You mean you don't like that he picked Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the 1st round?
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be worse. I don't mind. I'm surprised that he got Patrick Mahomes in the 5th. That seems a little late for Mahomes to me, but
I'm okay with that.
He got him.
Yep. Yeah, no, I have no issue. I'm not a huge early quarterback guy, but if he falls to the 5th, yeah, absolutely. At wide receiver, Godwin, Lockett, Fuller, love it. Love the potential upside. Higbee, Melvin Gordon, Defense, he just said piss on it. Screw it. I don't need it.
I like that strategy.
Yeah, none.
Skip it.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up later.
And then on his bench, he's got some youth.
I think T.J. Hawkinson should be starting over Tyler Higbee.
I think he probably should be majority of the season.
That. Yeah. I don't love picking up Devonta Freeman. I know he might potentially get signed somewhere, but to me, I'd rather have someone that I know is going to be on a team to start the year. And I don't want to have to bank on waiting for him to be.
He's thinking. He's a smart man. I can tell he's a smart man because he knows that. And he sees Devonta Freeman there. He's like, listen, that's my expendable bench spot so that I can pick up a defense week 1.
Oh, see?
He picked up Freeman just in case he got signed.
You can make that pick if you accept that you're streaming defenses.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I don't hate it. And his handwriting was good overall.
Solid B+, A- for me.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to see if we got a couple Patreon members. We asked our MVPs to do the same thing. The first one we got in was from our boy TJ Schumann. TJ's in our Patreon chat here. He's been a longtime supporter. And his team name is Saquon Sagon. It has some, he used his imagination a little bit. I'll give him that. I mean, Saquon Sagan, okay. I mean, he put a little bit of thought in there, and obviously he's got Saquon Barkley. He's got Julio Jones. David Johnson as flex. I love DK Metcalf as a flex. Overall, a pretty solid starting lineup. What about his bench? What's his bench look like? I don't hate his bench either. I mean, we got Mark Ingram, James White, Jordan Howard, Jalen Reagor. He's got Josh Allen and John Brown on the bench. I mean, Mecole Hardman down there. See, I am starting to get excited about this lineup right here. I mean, that is something that I can absolutely get behind 100%. Russell Wilson at quarterback. And yeah, overall, I think TJ Schuman's got himself a pretty good squad here.
Yeah, and it's to be expected from an MVP member that these are going to be the best rosters.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of roster you get when you're an MVP member.
It's true.
I mean, it's a proven fact. So hopefully none of these next pictures that we show prove us wrong. And if they do prove us wrong, it's that they had the bad lineup before they came to us.
That's true.
Moving on.
We'll see why they need us.
There you go. All right, moving on. Next one. We got our boy Josh. Josh GQ. GQ Josh. He's got the Fantasy COVID-20 Dynasty team. It's a 12-team Dynasty PPR. He's got Matt Ryan. Love it.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Yep. Aaron Jones is his running back too. I can buy that.
Okay.
Woods and Edelman. Kittle. Gurley. White. Dude, I think Gardner Minshew is my new spirit animal though. Like, did you see the recent thing that he put on Twitter with his commercial and stuff for I think it was Bud Light or Budweiser or whatever?
I mean, you got to use it when you got it. And right now, dude's money.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like Gardner Minshew.
The guy. So I love it.
In a 2-quarterback league, I don't hate Gardner Minshew as my number 2.
I don't really either, to be honest. I'm not down on him this year.
The Jaguars suck. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot.
So the Jaguars suck.
Yeah. They're going to throw. And you got Chark.
Yeah, which makes me worried about Minshew after this year. But for this year, they're going to have to throw, man. They're going to have to throw.
Absolutely. Well, this is the type of stuff that I think we should probably do more often. And I'm going to say it right now, Ethan. Going forward, you and I are going to do a few more of these shows before the season starts. However, it's handwritten, teams only. Because that's where the gold is at. Because it's all about having fun, right? We're not out here making fun of anybody. We're just trying to have a good time because a lot of people need to laugh out there, and this is a great opportunity to laugh in a good way at other people.
I think that it was very constructive criticism of the handwriting and the teams.
Yeah, we gave honest feedback.
We should make even if you're handwriting your team, we want to know what your team name is too.
Yes.
That is crucial for our judgment because if you have a boss team name, then I know that you're a contender, even if your team's not very good. So
that's right. We know you mean business because you had a team name. That's part of the process, right? There's having that good team name. All right. Well, hey, we're going to do that. I'm going to send another tweet out. So make sure follow me on Twitter at FNTSY Headliners and follow Ethan also at eTurnerFF_PT because we're going to do this again. This is fun to go through this and have a good time. So we'll be tweeting something out here in the next few days to get some more lineups submitted to us so we can review and roast some people here over the next few weeks. So hopefully you enjoyed a show like this. It's a little bit different. We're just trying to have a little bit of fun. We've been releasing videos every day since like the beginning of June. So it's just time to relax a little bit and have a little bit of fun with you guys. Also, make sure you're ready for the live streams Sunday night because they have been hopping. People have been showing up. Our largest live stream almost ever was last Sunday, and we're going to do it again here this Sunday. So make sure you tune in. We're going to have a couple other guests. One of them may be in this show right now. Dr. Ethan Turner's making his live stream debut, so you don't want to miss out on that guy when we're live. Because when he's live, I can't edit anything out that he says. Right?
That's what I've been told.
Perfect. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. We got you covered all off season and all season long. We're looking forward to talking to you guys. Hopefully you have a great rest of your weekend. Later.